What's good, man? It's your boy Cash. Welcome to the Cash Money Dream Podcast. We here. We in the building. We ain't going nowhere. Miami was dope. For some reason, Kanye West showed up. And I think he solidified the night at Live. So I don't have no words. I think I had a great time in Miami and it was dope. But I'm going to tell you guys this right now. So the website's up. You got to get onto our website. Go to our blog. And every week we have an event. Every week we have a guest. Every week we do an episode. We push out material every week. So YouTube, TikTok, all the social media, Instagram. Follow us, like, and subscribe. We here and at the Cash Money Dream Podcast, we're not going nowhere. But Metro Booming will be this Saturday. So make sure you guys get involved. And I think by the time this release, it's going to be over. But, hey, still go to the blog and buy your tickets. Today's show is going to be pretty dope. We got a couple episodes. We're going to get back into some conversations that we had. I see your comments. And actually, I promised some females who sent me some DMs on Instagram. Yes, I do respond sometimes, that I will bring up some topics. And then I'll have some response to some of you women, because some of you women have some good ideas and some of you have some bad ideas, but it works. But at today, on the Cash Money Dream Podcast, we got a special guest in the building. And yeah, how you doing?
Good, how are you?
I'm good. What's popping?
What's popping?
She knows what's good. She be watching my stories. But anyway, introduce yourself.
My name's Mickey.
Mickey, how you doing?
Good, how are you?
I'm good. What's popping?
Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, I know we've been trying to connect and make this happen. So, you know what I mean? Let the audience know who you are, your social media, what do you do, how they can connect to you. I think you're a coach too, right?
I am. I just got certified as a life coach. So
Nice.
I'm a spiritual and entrepreneurial life coach for women, more specifically dancers. So
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Why dancers?
I was in the industry for almost 5 years. So
Word.
gives me a little edge for sure.
Is it all about the money then?
Something like that.
Are you going to teach them how to money manage and or is it more towards is the life after dancing? What do you think?
I think it's kind of everything in between. I think that it was a part of my life that really showed me a lot, for better or for worse.
Okay.
And I'm really grateful for the blessings that it gave to me. And I
Right.
was able to buy property at 20 and kind of build my life from there. So I kind of want to just help other women, but also understand you have to take care of yourself spiritually, mentally, emotionally as well. And it's not just about money at the end of the day.
I agree. It's not always about money, but I would tell you most people when they're young, they think it is. And I think it's a negative towards the end if you focus on the material side of money or material things. I think you must have some type of connection with family and status towards building a kingdom. But social media wise, how do they contact you? Do you got a website? So we could put it in the description.
I do, yeah. So it's motivationbymickey.com, and then my Instagram is at motivationbymickey.
I like it. So it seemed like you had a lifestyle from the past, and to sit there and overcome whatever you went through, you have a message for the women in your is it more like all women or just a certain age group that you're trying to focus on when it comes to coaching?
I think it's all women. I don't really want to put myself in a box.
So if a 45-year-old woman comes to you and she said, I need your advice, you going to help her?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm a girl's girl through and through.
Girl's girl. Oh, my God. That is kind of...
Denied.
I'm just playing with you. It's a joke. Welcome to the show. What's good, bro?
What's going on?
Shit, Miami was dope. So listen.
Yeah.
I don't even know what the show is gonna basically get into. I know you got some shit out of the head you want to throw towards me. So I say let's get into it. Listen, guys, before we get into the show, like and subscribe, follow us on every platform. Cash Money Dream Podcast. Boy, I'm here. We ain't going nowhere. So yeah, let's get into it. Let's see what we can start off with and see what it comes down to.
Yeah, so we're gonna start today with
Coronavirus!
I'm not talking about.
Coronavirus!
We're not talking about coronavirus.
No, that's Cardi B.
Okay.
So we're starting with Cardi B today.
Man.
If anybody's, a lot of people probably already heard
I
about
think,
this. They're on their 10th breakup or something.
I don't know, man. I don't follow them, but I know. I respect the Migos. I tell you right now, I think they lost one of the best artists in Atlanta when they lost their brother. Another thing too, I like Cardi B. I'm cool with it. I like her transition as from being a stripper to where she at. I just say it's for some women, you're not Cardi B. You got to be very careful thinking you can move like Cardi B. You're not Amber Rose. Y'all got to understand that these women are different. They are 1% of women in the world. So you can't sit there and say, I'm going to be the next Cardi B, because the chances of that happening is very slim. But I know her husband, ex-husband, boyfriend was in Miami. I know a lot of people was in Miami over the weekend. It was pretty crazy. But I guess what's the issue? Why are they ending? I have my reasons, but why are they ending?
Yeah, well, it seems right now what is probably confirmed. Normally,
allegedly,
we say allegedly, but it seems like it's confirmed that they've been broken up for a while. Cardi B has said some stuff on social media, throwing out hints and things like this, but she just confirmed it recently. But basically what it's talking about is he just a couple days ago, Offset got accused of sleeping with Krishan Rock, and Blueface is the one who, and I guess that's his girl.
I don't believe it. But
and he says this is what happened. They were in the same place at the same time in some house.
I don't believe it.
And
they
created the whole thing.
It's been confirmed. So they were.
Yeah.
So it's been confirmed. I've been
Right.
on social media. I looked it up. Listen, guys, I don't get into this shit. I don't like this shit. I like going to concerts. I like looking at shows. We do events. I like being at tables, having drinks. I have to come back on this Wednesday, Tuesday, and deal with this shit. I don't like it. I'd rather have hot models around me and drinking and making music and doing shit that's interesting. So when we get into this conversation, I truly believe this. I think their status when it comes to a woman, and I'm going to ask you, I think when a status comes to a woman, the issue is this. Women can outperform a man, and once a woman outperform a man, she's no longer looking at picking up your weight. So I don't care if you make $7 million. If a woman is making 10, she's most likely going to leave you. She's going to feel like she's doing better than you. And women who get that type of power, that can be dangerous. It's women don't like wiping men asses. Powerful women,
well,
especially.
there's actually a video that I want to play.
Okay.
This is not the recent one. We'll play that too. But this is from like a week or two ago, where she talks about hinting that they were already split up.
Real quick.
And it talks about what you're trying to get into.
Yeah, and real quick, before we play that, because I haven't seen this, it comes down to this. I've been watching them, and this is why you said the 10th breakup. It's truly, when a man cheats and he's in a position of power, but then your woman outperforms you, eventually she doesn't forget. Trust me, they can forgive, but they don't forget. So let's get into the video.
I have been doing a lot of thinking, and the reason why I've been doing a lot of thinking is because I've been writing down my New Year's resolutions. And I feel like before it becomes like the second or the third day, somebody that I really, really love just hit me up. Oh my God, I can't believe they hit me up. They're thinking about me, yes.
Oh, somebody in the DMs.
Anyways, like, don't wait. Don't wait until the 20th. Don't wait until the 25th or
hey,
like
man,
3
don't
days
wait to the
before
first.
The New Year's. Like, I feel like we keep saying every year, like, oh, new year, new me, new this, new that. Bitch, I'm taking that shit to the fucking heart. Like, I'm literally writing down, bought fucking a whole board, writing down things that, like, I need to do for myself so I could get to where I want to be. Because I know where I want to be in life.
For sure.
Where I want to be in life,
you stupid.
Career-wise, financially, and personal life. I know where I want to be.
Stop the cap.
At next year. You know what I'm saying? And so you got to get rid of that weight. And when it comes to that weight, it's just like that weight I'll say mentality, procrastination, laziness, and people. Because a lot of people are dead weight too. And sometimes, you know, I feel like as a Libra, when it comes to people, we always want to protect their feelings. We always want to protect their image. We just want to protect people. Like, how would they feel? Or how would life without me will be for them? Fuck that.
All right, we're going to pause that. So basically, I guess she's implying she's talking about Offset. And Offset, I guess, is the dead weight when it comes to the people version of it in this. How do you guys feel about him being dead weight before we get into the newer video from her?
I'm going to let you take this. As a life coach, you go ahead, you speak.
Right. Do you think he's dead
certified,
weight, Mickey?
Yeah, what do you feel for what she said? Because truly, this is how women operate every time. Not all women. So let's be very careful when I talk about women, because in the comments, they come at me sometime, and we have a lot of women followers. So women, when it comes to New Year's, they start pushing these ideas probably by November after they get fat off turkey. Yes, they eat turkey. I think still in America. But what do you feel what she's saying?
That's funny that you said that. I just think of like the Drake lyric and like slime you out.
What's the Drake lyric?
Oh God, it's like something like mood board, and for next year you're looking single or something. But I don't know. I mean, obviously we don't know the situation.
We know the situation.
I mean,
well, she's calling Offset dead weight basically in the relationship.
I mean, come on.
I mean,
you've been with a guy who's been dead weight.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I just mean like they're the only two who know the relationship at its core, right? Like we have a general idea of what it is, and like, you know, we have what they both, like their sides that they're sharing with the public and that they're choosing to share with the public.
I mean, for me, I can speak very quickly and within a minute. He came into a relationship where he was a cheater. Man cheat.
Yeah, these allegations been going on for 4 years now.
Women don't want to accept this. I don't care if a man makes $50K, he makes $100K, he makes $1 million. Mostly all women have been cheated on. So it puts in this mindset, if a woman's been cheated on, all men cheat. The problem is once a woman's successful and she's making as much as you or more, she's not going to allow that shit.
Yeah.
Period.
No, absolutely.
So now, there's only a certain type of woman. This is why I said in my last show, you must be Kanye West, Diddy, Jay-Z, a president, or some type of powerful position, dictator, kingpin, for you to have a powerful hand for a woman to accept certain things. We live in the West. Women don't accept this shit. And today, women are more educated. They are more established. They are more independent. And they're not going to let just a guy come in, especially from his hoish past, and say, hey, I'm still going to be who I want to be. And she's going to say, nigga, I'm a millionaire. I got money. I don't need these. I find somebody who's loyal. And that's why I say the higher a woman gets in her position, she may think the options are there, but those men are slim. They only want to sleep with you. To find a guy that's going to match your energy and still be loyal and faithful is very rare, because most men, if I can go outside and 20, 30 girls are trying to holler at me every day and they look as good or better than you, why would I be loyal? And a lot of women don't understand the difference of how our DNA works compared to a woman. That's why I'm saying we can go and look at their track record. I mean, they broke up maybe 5-10 times publicly.
Yeah.
And it started because he cheated.
Mm-hmm.
Women don't respect cheaters. Not all, but some women understand that men step out. Now, I'm not telling men to go out and cheat on their wives. I'm not saying that. What I'm telling a man is when you go to a woman, you sit down, you have a conversation with her, you must have an agreement. She must know who you are. Stop lying to these women. Tell a woman who you are and let her choose for herself if she wants to entertain you. Do you agree or disagree with that?
No, I absolutely agree. I feel like if you're not in the position to give somebody exactly what they're looking for, like you need to be straight up about that.
Yeah. So, and from your experience of whatever you've been through in your relationships, do you feel like men have been honest to you?
Absolutely not.
So
definitely not.
So let's just put this on a scale 1 to 10. 1 to 10, or whatever the men you dated, out of 1 to 10, what is the number you will say most men have been loyal, honest, and truthful to you?
Like 5 out of 10, probably.
So 50%.
Yeah.
That's a good number.
Let's just, yeah.
It's a good number.
We'll just say 50.
What is the next video get into?
Yeah, let's play the new one that she just came out with.
And let's get your opinion on this one too.
I don't know if you guys been getting clues from me from my lives or from my stories when I put some certain music or from my own followings. When it comes for today's events and stuff, I don't know if it's true. I don't think it's true. I don't care to find out because I've been single for a minute now. But I have been afraid to not afraid, I just don't know how to tell the world. But I feel like today has been like a sign. The last time I got on live, I kind of wanted you guys to tell you. I kind of wanted to tell you guys, but I didn't know how to tell you. So I was like, I changed my mind. But it has been like this for a minute now. And I just took it as a sign. So I wanna start 2024 fresh, open.
Coronavirus!
I don't know. I'm curious for a new life, for a new beginning.
All right. Basically, she doesn't care if the Blueface rumors are true or not.
Listen,
she's moving on.
This
time, she's for real, it seems like.
Listen, man. Listen. Do she deserve the restart? That's the question. Right? I respect Cardi B. I think for a woman that come from the industry she comes from, that is difficult. We in strip clubs, we know how strippers work. We know how they operate. There's a huge amount of strippers who go out and do some fucked up things and make it bad for some women. Are all strippers bad? No, we have had strippers on the show. There's women who actually go home, take care of their problems, and they go into a fucked up world. To be in that industry is very, very dangerous for most women, period. I think it's one of the most dangerous industries to be in America.
I'm glad you're speaking on that too, just because it's so glamorized.
Right.
And often we don't talk about the dangers that come with it. Because especially with TikTok, I feel like everyone's like, oh, go be a stripper, go be a stripper. It's like you have no idea what comes with that.
Well, I'll tell you what comes with it. Every time a woman sexualizes herself to go get a bag, she thinks it's okay. So the next girl is recruited. And then it grows. But the problem is America's not protecting there's women. There's women who die from this industry at a high rate. There's women who are drugged in this industry at a high rate. There's women who are taken advantage sexually at a high rate. So how do we fix it? Do I say shut down strip clubs? No. I can't say that.
Denied.
We both pushed it at the same time.
Yeah, no, I get it.
I love strip clubs, but at
I'm
the
like
same
2 Chainz, man. I love the strippers.
Listen, we do love the strippers, but listen, when you're dealing into an industry and you leaving an industry that's filled with drug dealers, filled with scammers, schemers, filled with fake people, I mean, it's fake as Miami. People know if you go to the 305, it's fake. You dealing with maybe 6-7% of real people, and it's no cap. People in Miami is going after people with money, opportunity, a lot of young girls like Iggy Azalea, who moved there at 16 and lied to her family. Because the opportunity for a woman who's sexualized and look good, you can make a lot of money. You could be on a yacht. You can be in a nightclub, and they're mostly underage. Now, all of them underage, we don't know that. But Miami's protected because it's a multi-billion-dollar industry. There's strip clubs, the average stripper in there, the top stripper in there makes $250,000 to $500,000 a year, period. So what I'm saying is it's dangerous for Cardi B because you cannot, listen, a man's future is important, but a woman's past is everything to a man. So if a man comes into a relationship with a woman who has a fucked up past, it may not work. And a guy, even though he likes you or he's in love with you, and I call it lust, because I think lust costs so much. Love is free. But I think he goes in treating you like shit. How many strippers get into a relationship and they truly, truly looking for love? And they coming in that industry or coming out of that industry. You know what I mean? She went into hip-hop love. I think that's the show. They destroyed her. You know what I mean? And look at her now. Look at her success. I'm happy for her because all them females who knocked her, shitted on her, hated on her, they ain't doing nothing like her, right? But I just think when a woman gets in a power position and she had to work her ass off to get there, how many men she had to sleep with? How many men did she have to take of abuse? How many men that are questionable did what like Diddy did? We don't know. What did she do to get in her spot? But now she's there and she's saying, this is what I want. Do she deserves that?
Yeah, absolutely.
Why?
Well, I think everyone deserves to start over and like, live and be fulfilled by the life that they desire.
Right.
And I think like
even if you have a bad past.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
because men have bad pasts all the time.
Well, I said a journey for a man is much tougher than a woman. So, and women will say we're equal and we'll argue this, but I truly think the journey for a man is 10 times worse than a woman. The second you are born, you are brought into a world where the opportunity is guaranteed or most likely good for you in the world we live in today. Tell me in the West right now where a woman don't have an opportunity. At 16, a man already wants to date you. At 21, they already want to sleep with you. Men don't have that. Unless
you call that? I wouldn't call that opportunity.
Well, it's up to you because, listen, you can say it's not opportunity, but how many women profit off of that?
Yeah, I think it's just
so if you're profiting,
it depends on the person.
Well,
though.
if you're profiting, it's an opportunity. If a woman's 21 and she's hot looking, how many women on Instagram that's beautiful and they get called by celebrities to come in for an opportunity?
No, absolutely.
I didn't get a phone call. I didn't get invited. When I go to Miami, I got to spend my money.
Yeah.
I'm not getting invited on yachts. I have to pay for it. When I go get a yacht, it's $20,000 a day. Right? While these guys are all sharing yachts just to smash groupies, these women are entertaining these men because they're looking for opportunity. So we are all looking for opportunity. One opportunity to sleep with someone, the other opportunity to come up and maybe find a husband. I don't think all women go into the idea of looking for a husband. I think they go out looking for the opportunity for money. Now, is it right or wrong? I'll just say if a woman goes into sleeping with 30, 40, 50, 60 men and she meet a guy, say his name is John. Can you say John real quick?
John.
Say hi, John.
Hi, John.
How you doing? This woman goes and she dates John. He's probably only been with 3 women in his life. He's an engineer. He comes from a good family, and he meets her. He don't even meet her in the club. He meets her out at a restaurant with a couple friends. She likes him. He likes her. Is it right for her to tell him her past?
Yeah, I'm straight up about it. Whenever I date people, I tell them exactly what it is the same night we meet.
Do you?
I do.
Okay.
I'm open about it.
So then a woman who says, when a man asks her woman's body count, why is it an issue?
I didn't say it was.
I'm not saying you, but I'm speaking.
But I think
you
it's
speak for
also
women.
up
So why do you
to-
think women? So when a man say, because these women in the comments will say, why does it matter? But to a man, once again, a man's future is towards the future. A man's past is not matter. His future is important. Now, a woman's past matters because we have to align so we both know that we good for each other.
I mean, I think it really just comes down to like the person. Like if they want to share that information, then they will.
Right.
And if they don't, then they won't. But it's like either way, it's like whatever that person is choosing to share, you can either accept it or you can walk away.
Well, this man meets her at a restaurant. He falls in love. She doesn't tell him her past. And it doesn't work towards the future because of her past.
I think it comes down to kind of like you were saying, it's like it comes down to honesty and transparency and like, on both ends of it, right? Like you said, don't lie to women. I feel like, if you're like trying to enter into a partnership, you need to be straight up about everything.
It's a contract.
And it's like, for me, like I've had past partners be like, I've never had somebody be so honest with me. Like maybe I didn't need to hear all that. And I'm sad regardless, like I'm going to be overly honest because it's like, you need to know what it is. And I'd rather be too honest than not honest at all or like being accused of lying.
So do you feel like Cardi B is saying, this is a new chapter in my life. Everything from the past is over. Let me start over. New relationship, new business, new opportunity.
Yeah, absolutely. One thing I love about Cardi is she's so bold with it. And like, she is so like honest about everything. Like just like about her past in the club, about her relationship with Offset. And it's like, I feel like a lot of people call her messy, but it's kind of.
She messy when it comes to certain things, but she's not messy. She's very calculated and smart.
Yeah, I love Cardi.
The ones who say that are haters. But
no, I agree.
We have to appreciate Cardi B just like we have to appreciate Marilyn Monroe. These are one-of-a-kind women. I mean, but I don't like you guys may put Marilyn Monroe on you. I just think Marilyn Monroe is a hoe. And she's well known for being. So for a man that's trying to build a kingdom, I don't want any hoe in my kingdom. Now, I will mess with a hoe. Men would do this, but we don't want these as our wives. We don't want these as our women who bear our children. Because just like I said, that girl who has 20, 30, 40, 50 bodies, she's getting with a guy who hasn't even had the sexual experience she had, and it doesn't work. She goes into that bedroom, sleep with him. She's not satisfied. How long she's going to stay with him?
Not only that, though, Cardi B also has children already, too, on top of that.
Yeah.
Going into this new relationship with whoever she may or may not find.
It's going to take a powerful type of guy. I mean, Cardi B is a beautiful woman. Don't get it twisted. She's very talented, but it's going to take a powerful guy who's going to have to make at least $30 to $40 million more for it to work. And he have to take on being a stepfather.
Well, I think it also just like, again, like you said, it's going to take like a special type of guy, but I think they do exist. And I think like...
What do you think the percent is, though?
No, it's a low percent.
So
Absolutely.
then what's the chances of me winning the lottery? Why hold on to a ticket you know you're not going to win? Can't cash it in. We could keep playing the lottery. There's a lot of dreamers out there, but it hurts women because what happens is that feeds off on the next young girl, and she's thinking she's going to win the lottery. And then what happens is she makes bad decisions or who she sleep with. She has a baby and nobody wants her. You go to Russia, a woman has a child, she's considered exiled. So this is why that's why in Russia, the divorce rate is very low. Women understand if they have a child, they can't leave their husbands. And the reason why is because in the West, we give women so much power. Some women don't want this power. I see it in my comments. Women truly want to be at home. They don't want to be out working, killing themselves, working, paying rent, or paying mortgages. They're tired. They don't want to change their tires. They tired. And some of these women can't fight. They're getting beat up. It's dangerous to be a woman. Why can't we speak honestly in America that it is dangerous to be a woman in America?
It is dangerous to be a
Y'all
woman,
are
absolutely.
getting killed. They're getting killed at a high rate. I'm tired of cutting on the news. I hate the news. I watch YouTube. But I'm tired of seeing in my feed how many women are being kidnapped, killed, and pushed to a sex slave. I love women, all kinds. But I'm not going to sit there and be accused like Andrew Tate. And if I am, that's dangerous. I think men have to be very careful in the women they choose who they fuck with. That's why I say you must know a woman's past. I don't want to deal with a woman that's been ran through by 30 men or been ran on a train. If she had sex with 3 men in one room, why do I want to entertain a woman like that to be my wife?
Yeah. I mean, I think it goes back to the person, though.
I mean, because as a coach, what do you say to a woman that comes to you? Because we got one more minute on this topic.
Well, before just to conclude it, just to end it, I would ask, just to circle back to what you guys said a minute ago, it's going to take a powerful man, is what you said.
Yeah.
He's going to have to be making more money than her. He's going to have to be all that, right? Now, it's hard to find a man like that, right? The percentage is small. We agree to that?
Yeah,
but
absolutely.
What is the percentage of, once you do find that man, him willing to actually go with her?
Cardi B?
And not with a different, yeah, exactly. What are the odds that a man like that does exist? There is a few of them in the world that exist.
Life coach?
What are the odds that they're going to want to actually take on Cardi B instead of picking one of the other billions of women that are around?
You a woman.
I am.
You identify
What's
as
the
a woman.
percentage of that?
Yes, sir.
Hold on. You identify as a woman.
Yes, sir.
I identify as a male or a man. Can we agree to this?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Because in the comments, there are people out here, he, she, this, and that. So we agree, female,
Ain't
male.
nobody got time for that.
We agree?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Let's get back to Cardi B. I need you to, because you speak for women.
Yeah.
You are talking to women. You are helping women. You come from her industry, correct?
Yes.
So what do you tell women for them who are in a position that's not as successful as she is, and they want to get out of the stripping industry, but they also want an opportunity to find a man that can match their energy? Because let's be honest, there's strippers out here making money, and there's some just making enough. But the ones that making $15,000, $20,000 a month, are they going to date the guy that's making $5,000 or $4,000 a month? Or are you, if you're making $20,000 a month, what are you looking for? Are you looking for the same, equal, or more?
I think for me,
Or that doesn't even matter?
I am a life coach, but I'm also a lover girl too, unfortunately. But I will.
Denied.
Go ahead.
One thing I will say, money, yes, like I feel like we should always strive to be making more. We should always be, like setting goals in a partnership together, looking to see, okay, well, this is what I'm bringing in. This is what you're bringing in. But I think like in my experience, I've seen money flashed in my face like thousands, hundreds of thousands of dollars flashed in my face, but they weren't willing to spend it. And I'm not saying that was like,
well, man, flaunt.
well, that's what I'm saying. But it's
They do this because they're going to see what you're willing to do to get it. And once you do it, they don't give you anything.
And that's like, for me, like I've never had to.
You stupid.
Not you. I'm just saying the women who go out, see a man put out a whole bunch of money and then do something and never get nothing from it.
And I think for me, like it just
feel bad
it
for
comes
you
down to
ladies.
like generosity, right? Because it's like
Right.
a man can have money, but if he's not generous, and I'm not
What
even
do you-
talking about
but how-
like generous with his
like,
money, but
okay.
I'm talking about like generous with his time, with like, you know, the knowledge he instills in you. Like for me, if I'm looking for a partner, I'm not necessarily looking at like how much are you bringing in first, but like how can you like elevate me mentally? How can you like stimulate my mind before anything else? Like, are you teaching me stuff or do I have to educate you?
So you wouldn't call him dead weight if it was a man like that, like she's calling Offset, right?
Well, I think.
I mean, Offset let's just be honest. The dude's worth about $20 million.
I don't think she's calling Offset dead weight due to his finances. I think like, you know, women, like we look for, a lot of us, not all of us, but like I'll use me personally. Like when I'm looking for a man, like I'm looking for like that connection with them first. Like I'm not really looking at like how much you're bringing in, how much you're making. And yeah, like down the road, if we're trying to like achieve like certain financial goals together, then we're going to talk about money. But it's like, that's not the first thing I look at.
So what's the first thing you look at as a woman?
I think like, you know,
If you're looking
how
at his height, is he 6'4" or is he 5'7"?
I'm not looking for height. I promise
Listen,
that. I'm
is he
definitely not looking
6'4"
for
or
height.
is he
I like the short
5'7"?
kings. I like the short kings.
Shout out to the man. Can we get applause?
I don't mind the short kings.
I ain't spot. That's
All right,
that's
we got to
ridiculous.
end this. We're way over. But just to answer the question I asked a minute ago, is it a long shot for her to find what she needs to have a successful relationship at this point?
But because that's the question.
The man we talked about earlier that has to be higher value than her,
More money.
and then also that man, once she does find him being able or him being willing to go for her instead of another one.
One thing I will say, I do think it's a long shot, but I don't think it's impossible.
Okay. And I'll end this within 45 seconds. I don't think it's going to happen. I don't think it's going to ever happen because there's no man who's going to make $30, $40 million a year is going to give her the lifestyle she's looking for. It's because why would I give a woman that lifestyle, especially when she has kids, when I can reproduce with a woman with no kids and have 3 or 4 of them all over the world?
That's what makes it a long shot.
I'm worth $40 million a year. I can afford a jet. I can travel anywhere within 24 hours. I can live in Dubai. I can live in Portugal. I can live in New Mexico. I can live anywhere in the world. Why would I give that woman energy? And I would tell women this very quickly before we end this and get into the next video. If you do find that man and you do have kids, you must be so submissive. You're going to have to do better than the girl who has no kids for it to work. And the issue is a lot of women won't do that. Cardi B's not going to do that. The type of woman she is, she's not going to sit there and be second to a man. She wants to be number one. And she a queen. And
she could find a simp.
Maybe that's what she needs.
Go look. I'm going to tell you something. Shout out to Nicki. I love you. You amazing. Dope album. But this proves a point that Nicki don't have a king. She don't have a Nas or a Jay-Z. She has a man who follows her. That's what women happens when you get in these power. Do you want to keep being a leader? Because if you get in these power positions, you're going to be the leader. You're never going to find a guy unless you get a Jay-Z or Beyonce, it's rare. Kanye West and Kim didn't work. Kim didn't want to give up the celebrity-ness. But let's get into the next video.
Yeah, moving on. So next topic, we got Tommie Lee exposing Tamar Braxton.
This is Toni Braxton's little sister.
Yeah. So she, I guess, has a boyfriend or was split up, is back with him, Jeremy J.R. Robinson. But what happened is, let's just watch the video real quick. Let's just watch the video, and she's going to explain what's going on.
Okay.
She's responding. Tommie Lee is responding to being called a crackhead by Tamar Braxton in this video.
Oh, wow.
Celebrity news.
So all I said was, he had a nice suit. And from there, he was thirsty. He wanted to fly me out. What's wrong with me going to a game? What is wrong with the situation is that is your man, as you call it. That is your man. He knew it was a situation with me and you. And he was down. He was down to play op games. I wouldn't take nothing like that serious, my love. That ate my ass, and I sent him on his way. It wasn't the, I don't know, middle class house that he lives in Atlanta. It wasn't the Bentleys, because I drive a Rolls Royce, that got me. It wasn't, I don't know, the slick part thing he got going on. It wasn't none of that. It was when he paid for the Waldorf in points, I knew that I could no longer play this game. So it was a one-night thing. He never got no pussy. One thing,
she lying.
JR, you never want to play with me. You don't want me to expose how you was saying that you kicked her out and she went back to her mother's house.
Come
on,
man.
Mrs. Braxton. Not Mrs.
Real women don't go on social media.
Not Mrs. Singer with the sold out tour that JR also told me was flex. It was cap. It was she flexing. She don't have no soul. That shit between me and you was his exact words. The tour not sold out. He said you was messy.
You paying attention?
He said you went back to your mother's house. He told me a lot of things that he shouldn't tell a stranger. I just met this man less than a week. Love, if that's your man, as you say, then you need to check him. You need to really check him and check your situation and really see if you're sleeping with the enemy or not. I am not your problem. I don't know you. I wish I was drunk.
Let's cut this shit.
I wish I was drunk right now. I wish I was drunk. Because, I'm about to post your shit, JR. I'm about to post your
What are we
shit,
watching?
Boy. I try to just let you eat my ass for the slaves. For the slaves, bitch. This
person's name is Tommie Lee. That's what we're watching.
This woman is something wrong with her.
For us, bitch, I don't pink dicks. You got me up. Now I'm about to post your shit.
Only in the West. Only in the West that women operate like this, where you go publicly and you hurt yourself.
She should be supporting you. Yes. And then when he went after her, then she came out with a comment, of course. Yeah. But I haven't, between you and I ain't talked to Tamar.
I blame men.
Favorite words between you and I.
When I said I didn't want to be with her.
Oh.
She's been trying to get with me ever since.
Oh!
She's been trying to get with me.
Oh, where's my alerts?
So basically, what she's trying to do is say, hey, this really happened. This is what your man did
I believe it now.
with me. And here's the proof. Here's the receipts. Here's the text messages.
I wouldn't post all this shit.
It's not with this.
Well, it's because she publicly called her a crackhead.
Well, listen,
so she's publicly doing this now.
Are we stupid or are we dumb? And we acting like nobody in Hollywood or in entertainment do drugs. All of them on drugs. I think they should be doing drug tests for every athlete, entertainer, or motherfucking actress or actor. I guarantee you 99% of them won't pass it. The world's stressful. You know how hard it is to be an actor? Do you know how hard it is to be an entertainer? It's difficult. People love you and they hate you. I'll tell you this right now. I think this guy, I believe her. I believe he's one of them guys who makes a little bit of money and he tries to take advantage of weak young women. And the problem is some of these women are older. And to me, you're trying to get back at your girl because you mad at her because you can't control her. And this is why I tell a lot of black women, and I'm speaking for black women, because it doesn't work with Pookie and Ray Ray or Tyrese or Terrence or Tyrone. Because you go to the white side, it doesn't mean it's going to work too. All men are almost the same. Don't matter the color, especially if we live in the West. You move to the Middle East, it'll be different. You'll have to cover up. Women like this do not act like that in the Middle East. They'll be locked up. And the problem is this woman obviously is a very sexual woman, okay? She's on publicly talking. She's embarrassing herself. Don't be like these women. Don't go out there and embarrass yourself like this because you look stupid, right? Because you're trying to protect your image. This is not how you do it. And the guy, obviously, what's her name?
Which one?
The guy that was in a relationship.
Oh, the man's name?
Yeah.
Jeremy Robinson.
And the girl on the right is obviously Tony Braxton's little sister.
Yeah, that's Tamar Braxton.
Did Tamar have a response?
Not yet. I haven't seen a response from her yet. I'm sure she will, but she basically, after this date they had at the Hawks game, whatever, she said, well, I had to get my man back from that crackhead. That's all she said. And then she responded, well, here's what really happened. He ate my ass. I sent him on his way.
What do you feel when it comes to women who send a response like this And for a woman who has a man that operates like this to try to get his ex or his ex-wife or girlfriend or someone he's entertaining back by going to her rivalry enemy. Like, he went to her enemy.
I mean, I'd just throw the whole man away.
Would you?
I'd literally...
Don't matter how much money he has? I mean, she's in a Rolls Royce, supposedly.
Well, she is, but the one that he's with and went back to, I don't know what she's in. I don't know what Tamar Braxton
Tell you,
I just feel
Tamar,
like-
Tamar's good, bro.
I don't know
For
who's got
me-
more money between them.
Tamar, for sure.
Like, if a man publicly embarrasses me like that, and again, I've been embarrassed in past relationships, but I think like what I've
Real
learned...
man won't do that.
Real man won't do that.
A
Absolutely.
real man is not going to embarrass his wife. A real man will embarrass a hoe, a 304. Listen, a man...
Emotional, damn it.
There's men right now that have side chicks, and I hate that word, but they have mistresses or girls, and these women are treated like they are. But there's men who are married
I just
who
feel
treat their
like
wife like queens.
men, not real men, obviously, but like, you know, if a man's, even if you're loyal, all this, like men, some of them don't know how to act. That's really what it is. So if I was in that position, like, I would like, I'd just drop him and I literally would go on my way. And I'm like, you know what? I don't owe anybody an explanation.
No matter the status.
Nah, let people guess.
So if this is our Kanye West status, you will leave Kanye West?
Gotcha.
Yeah. Think about that.
Honestly,
Let the crickets.
my pride probably would. I probably would leave him.
And this is where I say women shoot themselves in the foot. And then you regret it. It goes back to my statement is that a man must be in a position of power
Yeah.
and be as a king for him to have that weight.
I guess I've never messed with someone in a Kanye West status, so I
That's-
can't.
and-
I can't speak on that.
I mean, I think you can. And the reason why I say you can is because once you get there, you'll know that you sit in rooms you never sat in.
Yeah.
You're living a lifestyle that you could never dream of. Would you go back to the 9 to 5? And this is what happens with a lot of these girls. Even this girl who says she's in a Rolls Royce, supposedly. Good for you. I guarantee you that simp is constantly paying that bill for whatever you're doing for him. Or
bitch.
as many men are you doing it for? But listen, can a woman get her own Rolls Royce? Yes. A successful business type woman can. And a 304, unfortunately. But it doesn't last. It's going to last more for the business-minded woman compared to the woman who just sexualizing herself to get it, because eventually we all age. We don't all stay beautiful. So you can't keep using a look because it's just like a stripper. You can't be in a strip club at 45. Have you met strippers in a strip club at 45?
Unfortunately, but
Oh my
oh yeah,
God.
I've met like 65-year-old strippers.
Shut the no, wait.
No, I'm so dead ass. I am so dead ass.
Stupid.
Hey, wait.
But
Say
again,
that shit again.
Again though, so
You
like,
met what? 65-year-old strippers?
yes, absolutely. I'm being so dead ass.
Coronavirus! Coronavirus!
But I mean,
just-
like,
Jesus Christ.
so like, but that's again like one thing I also incorporate into my coaching too is like, you know, we do age, like we, you know, it can't go on forever. So it's like, come up with a plan, you know, because not everyone is gonna go find a man that can take care of them.
Right.
So it's like, get your ducks in a row, get your shit in order, know the weight you hold. And it's like, understand that, you know, like sometimes like we have to just take care of our own shit.
I would say that the issue is this. This woman who supposedly drives the Rolls Royce, obviously, by even going out with this guy and entertaining it, it shows who your value truly is. I don't care what you drive. Men don't care if a woman got a Rolls Royce. We don't care. Only broke men care about shit like that.
I don't think that she really, from seeing all this right now, I don't really think that she did that because she wanted something from him. I think she just did that to throw a shot at an enemy, and that's it. And
That's
she
cool.
moved
You can
on.
say
There was nothing there.
Listen,
like it wasn't. There was no other
real-
reason other than shitting
Beyonce
on
ain't
her.
gonna do that. Rihanna ain't gonna do that.
Yeah.
Y'all want to be these women,
Yeah,
but you gotta.
she's trying
listen,
to fight with her.
Y'all
enemy.
want to be Rihanna, Beyonce, Anna Jolene, whatever the fuck y'all want to call these people.
Gotcha, bitch.
You're not gonna get there by acting hoish or 304s. I don't care if you're a stripper. I don't care if you're an escort. I don't care if you're an entertainment, a bottle girl, a champagne girl, a VIP host. I don't give a fuck what you are. You must act a certain way. You have to be very calculated and smart. You don't respond by looking stupid on camera. I guarantee you will never catch Rihanna do this. But the problem is yes, she throwing a shot at her enemy, but why are you being flown out?
Yeah.
Why are you taking that invitation? A real woman say, I'm straight.
I mean, everything on the internet is forever too. So it's like, for me, you're never going to catch my ass going on live. Like, I could really air out so many people, and I'm like, I'm just going to keep my mouth shut.
She's acting like a man.
Exactly.
Because this is something like Tupac did. She's trying to be Tupac.
We got like a minute and a half left on this. And I'm gonna say something. I'm gonna let you end it. So I'm gonna say this to women: if you go into any relationship, friendship, businessship, and you operate like a man, you will be treated like a man. If it's a business deal, who cares? You act like a man. We do not care. We're doing business. But if we're attractive and we're working together sexually, it becomes feelings involved, mostly for the woman. Men don't catch feelings unless they're really weak. A man with options, he's not going to look at you as an option until later in his life, until he see what you bring to the table. So this guy is a goddamn hustler. That's all he is. He's hustling 2 black women because he's in Atlanta. A lot of white men like black women. It's okay. It's nothing wrong with that. But you women think because you get with the white man, it's going to be better. It doesn't work that way. Because we are brothers. No matter if we white or black, we talk, we chill, we drink, we know each other. We know how women operate. And you're going to most likely leave that guy and end up with the same type of guy. I don't know why people keep thinking color is different. It's not. But the West is fucking up everybody. What do you feel for what I'm saying? So we can move on to the next topic.
Like, regarding like how all men kind of act the same?
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
You've
I don't think it matters.
You've been in an entertainment strip club. You met white, black, all colors, Mexican. You probably met them all. Do you seem like most men are similar?
Hell yeah.
Thank you. So at the end of the day, transitioning over, because there's a lot of women out here on YouTube, everybody should date a white man. There's nothing wrong with it.
Absolutely
I'm not saying it's wrong with not, but it doesn't mean that you're going to guarantee a guaranteed future. You just, listen, you got to find the right man, just like a man got to find the right woman. We must vet each other and have a plan. Men, be honest to the women. Tell the truth.
I mean, I think it goes back to like, like, where's your heart at? Like, how's your soul? You know what I'm saying? So it's like you have to look at the person's like soul, their morals. It doesn't really matter like what you look like on the outside.
A man must have ambition and energy.
Yeah.
He must know his future for him to conquer a woman. Now, because you sleeping with women, it's called community pussy. That is not the value of a high tier woman. Stop comparing all these 304s to women. They're not women. I don't care what any man says. Trust me, a value top tier man knows the difference from a woman who goes around and sleep with everybody to a woman who's very to herself.
I mean, I think also too, though, like, community dick is out here being like, I'm a high value man.
Hey, but community dick has to be.
What do you mean?
I'm going to tell you what I mean very quickly before we get off this topic and go to the next show. When you go to a club, can you leave with a man?
No.
Yes, you can.
I mean, I can. Do I? No.
No, it's not about do you or not. Can you leave with a man? Yes or no?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, when I go to a club, I can't leave with a woman unless I have status or position. So for a man to go around and sleep around, he has to build his value. Now, women don't want to believe this, but if I'm denied by 100 women just to sleep with one, and you can go to the club and sleep with 100 men easily, we're not the same. The number's not the same. So men have community dick so they can get somehow of status. So when John sits in that relationship and he gets with the girl with 30, 40, 50 bodies, he cannot satisfy her sexually. This is why they leave him. So men who go out there and act like Drake, Future, or some type of NBA player who goes around and sleep with a lot of women, he has more value, even though the woman doesn't like it, but it's the way it works. Even in the animal nature, it works this way. I'm just saying, before we get off this video, it's not the same. Men must sleep around to get to his status compared to a woman who must keep herself as a virgin to guarantee a future with a husband and a kingdom.
I mean, I think you can agree just because like you're in the industry. It's like you see a lot of men cap, right?
Oh yeah.
So it's like depending on how good of a liar they are too. Like that could also get them to sleep around too if you don't do your research into who you're fucking.
Community dick is not good, and community pussy is not good.
Yeah.
But men must have that to have the status to guarantee a future with a woman to satisfy her sexually. periodly.
Yeah.
If you get with a guy who don't know what he's doing, you're not going to stay with him, especially if you already slept with 15, 20 men. Sex is very important in a relationship. Women leave men every day and cheat on them because of the sex. So this is why men must sleep around to understand their position in the world. Women must not do the same. We're not the same. The less the woman has on her bodies, the more the man will stay loyal and he will commit. It's just a fact. And women...
You think that's what goes back to the previous video we went over with Cardi B and Offset? You think that's why he's not taking her seriously?
Yes, because if you come from a stripper industry, I'm not knocking strippers. Listen, if you come from even if a man, if he comes from a bad situation, a woman's going to judge you, right? Just like a man's going to judge you. The problem is you guys was not on the same page when you started. He was cheating. You accepted it until you became status. Once she started getting richer and becoming successful, she said no more because it became embarrassing. People in her comment would talk shit and say, your husband's out here with this female. What you going to do about it? That's the problem. She was tired of her fans talking shit about her.
I don't blame her.
I mean, but you got to understand. I mean, I'm not knocking her husband, but like I said, Cardi B's more successful. She's becoming bigger. If she focus, she could be a full brand like Oprah in the next 20 years.
Absolutely.
But
maybe that's what she needs, though.
But Oprah's single. She doesn't have a husband. She has no heir. So when she dies, all her family members are going to fight for her status.
Cardi B is going to have to find someone like ASAP Rocky.
Yeah, basically.
I ain't gonna talk shit on Riri and ASAP.
I love
so.
ASAP Rocky and Ricky, but the point of it is,
I love a good Pisces Libra
before we
couple.
move into the next subject, it's very simple.
Stop it. Get some help.
Do you like Rihanna?
I love Rihanna.
I like Rihanna too, but do you really like Rihanna?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Do you feel like she wanted the queen of her era?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, perfect. Who's number one and number two in their relationship? Who you think wears the hat? Rihanna or ASAP Rocky?
Rihanna.
Thank you. That is the issue. And that's what we're saying. So for Cardi B, we give Cardi B her crown. She deserves to sit at that seat. But it's very hard for a king to sit with a queen that operates like a king. Do you understand? So it's less opportunity chance that she finds what she truly wants.
Last question to follow up with that one. Who wears the hat or the pants in the relationship between Jay-Z and Beyonce?
Go ahead.
Definitely Jay-Z.
Thank you. You see, it's funny that...
Smarter than I look.
No,
I
it's not even
promise.
that. Women know this, but they don't want to say this shit.
Maybe that's why it works.
So, do you want a Jay-Z or do you want an ASAP Rocky? That's the final question. We can move into be honest. Do you want the Jay-Z man or do you want the ASAP Rocky?
I mean, to be honest with
or
you.
the Justin Bieber or the Justin Timberlake?
We don't know how ASAP is like fulfilling Riri behind closed doors
Listen,
either,
man,
though.
we can see.
Stop the cap.
We are fans. We can see from afar who runs the relationships in both sides. Once again.
Yeah, but Rocky might be bringing something that Rihanna can't do.
Do you want a Jay-Z or ASAP Rocky? Is that simple? Be honest. You already said Rihanna is the captain. You want to be the captain in a relationship or you want a leader?
I mean, I have been.
I don't. But what did it get you? You single.
Okay, damn. Shit. I mean, yeah, you're right. No, you're right.
Where did it get you? You
You
single.
got jokes. You're funny.
Well, I'm not trying to be Joe. I'm just saying, but it's true. That's why people stay single.
No, it's true.
So I'm going to ask you again. Do you want to wear the pants in a relationship or do you want to be the person who can be, I like life.
I want to be able to turn my brain off for sure.
Okay, so you need a captain.
Yeah.
Thank you. Let's move on to the next subject.
All right, last one. We're going to move on.
We good?
Yeah, no, we good.
We're going to move on to another trending topic, a trial that's going on. It's still happening for the actor Jonathan Majors.
Oh, shit.
Something actually just released today on this. So we're gonna start with this article.
I appreciate this.
Have you both been, I mean, we're following up.
We've been
we
following
did this
up.
last week.
Yeah,
we did a show on it.
And listen, I understand you guys on YouTube. Like and subscribe, follow us. Listen, man, this is serious case. This is a serious case because this man had an allegation and he lost his career. They fired him. All of them should be sued. All of them. Disney should be sued because they didn't know the truth. And it's because he dated a white woman.
Well, it's not. Everything right now is there's no truth yet until
I see the
everything
truth.
is.
I don't care what
Allegedly.
you say. I'm not saying that because I see the videos all on YouTube. Have you
There's
been?
a new video from today.
Listen, have you been watching this case or no? You don't know shit
I don't
about
know
it.
anything about this.
Okay. First of all, Do you have an issue with black and white people?
No.
Do you have an issue with a black man with a white woman?
No.
Do you have an issue with a white woman with a black man?
No.
Did I say that already? I think I said it virtual.
Maybe.
No issues, regardless.
No issue towards you like
Allegedly.
Do you like mixed babies? Come on, man. You on the camera?
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I mean,
You never thought about mixed babies? All right, never mind. This is
Moving
him.
on. All right.
moving on.
So this is from a couple days ago, this article where the taxi driver testified about the assault in the I think it was an Escalade.
Stop the cap.
Right?
Yep.
So if we go through this article here, the cab driver, he says that it looks like Jonathan Majors was the one that was being
Allegedly.
assaulted. It looks like he was the one. He said the girl looks like the girl was attacking the guy, not the guy attacking the girl in the car. That's what he says. But there's a new video that just came out today, and we're going to watch that video and see if the testimony of the cab driver adds up to it. Let's see what happened when they got out of the cab. So Majors is out of the cab, and he's pulling her out right now.
Keep in mind, guys, this is the time when she found out he was cheating. She seen the text, and she responded.
Here's a closer look. He picks her up, puts her in there.
Right.
Can't really see what's happening now. Looks like he's shoving her multiple times in there. Now he pulls her out.
She didn't want to stay in the car.
Right. Well, let's back up. So once he pulled her out, they came across the street right here. And he yanks her. But this is basically what this is showing. So I don't know. In the cab driver seems like he's saying she was attacking him.
Yeah.
This looks like some sort of retaliation. We do not agree with domestic violence of any kind on this show.
Not at all. I don't think any woman should be assaulted, sexualized, or anything towards
no
a
man
woman.
or woman.
Or woman or man. Don't touch neither. My mom always said, when a woman hits you, knock her out. So
this is not looking good for Majors, this new video from today. So far the case has been looking like it's going in his favor. But how do we feel about this new video? Does this twist the plot a little bit?
I mean, I don't think so, but I'm gonna tell you right now. So there's evidence showing on the YouTube. You can go on YouTube and look this on your own time. But she followed this man for many city blocks, and he tried
the video we showed
he tried
last
to
week.
get away from her. She seen a text message that he was cheating, and she exploded like most women do. I was always told, and this is older women, this is why grandmas are important, and grandmas are today, are they 34, 35, or 40? They're not, the grandmas of our late are not here no more. And I was always told a woman should know how to choose how she fights her battles. Look at him, he running away.
Now he's running and she's chasing him on this video.
These
are the other videos. This is the one we showed last week.
She doesn't look like a victim.
On this one, she doesn't. On the first, what we just watched, she kind of did.
She did.
But
She
on
did.
the rest
I'll
of them
give
so
that.
far, she doesn't.
I'll give
so
that.
it's very confusing.
It is, but we don't know what happened before they got out of that vehicle for him
Right.
to try to put her back into the
The
vehicle.
cab driver blames it on her.
And listen,
But no, there was no cameras in there.
I
least
think,
not
I
that
think
he's
that's
released.
that's heavy evidence. So she's by herself, obviously, and he's about to walk by eventually. And he's basically gonna look at her and he's just gonna ignore her, and she's gonna go chase him down. Now, both of these women, this man and this woman, testified that she had no injuries, and this is the fact after they separated, that she had no head injuries, she had nothing wrong with her, she looked perfectly fine, but somehow the next day she had a whole bunch of injuries.
That's him right there.
So, but the issue is when you watch her in the club, she's banging her head on the DJ booth or on the table because she's mad that he sent a text saying it's over. Now, I don't know if you know who this guy is. He's a superstar. To me, he's going to be the first billionaire actor in Hollywood.
Mm-hmm.
He's very talented. I think he's better than Denzel. A lot of people might get offended by that. I truly think this man is the future of acting, and they know it.
Yeah.
Because he came in and
Allegedly.
they gave him heavy titles in the Marvel world.
Mm-hmm.
He's done unbelievable movies. But I think when you're in a position like this, and you get into a position where you assault or you get into an allegation of assaulting a woman, especially if she white, it can hurt you into the industry of an opportunity. He was fired from all his jobs. What do you feel for a woman that sit there that makes allegations that
allegedly
are not real or are real? How do you handle this situation? Do you take a man to court? Do you lie and say he assaulted you when he didn't? What do a woman do in your situation when it comes to something like this? If this happened to you, this was a guy you was dating for 2 years. He's a superstar, and he's traveling all the world with you. I'm speaking as if this is you. He's traveling all the world with you. He's giving you a lifestyle you never had, and you're truly, truly, truly in love. And the next thing you know, he's having an affair. He's cheating on you. Do you explode? What do you do?
I mean, I'd be lying if I said I've never acted crazy.
Okay.
Over like finding some shit out, but I wouldn't lie about like, especially if you're dating like a man of color, you can't just do that, especially in America.
Thank you. Say that again.
Yeah. You can't, I mean, you can't like, no, you can't just like lie about some shit like that.
Can you say why? Because if you're dating a man of color and you operate like this, being a white woman, what is the consequences of this happening? What do you think? If you call the cops and you get in an incident, what's going to happen?
I mean, we've seen it happen, like with like Black Lives Matter. Like we know what happens if you like lie and if you do this. Like it's not something to fucking play with. You just don't lie about that shit, period.
So for some women, because
I think like
these women looking at you right now. So in a situation, she's playing victim, right?
allegedly.
If a woman's and a man's black and you're white, how do you operate? So if an incident happened, you already know if you called the cops, it's going to be a higher level of an issue.
Yeah.
Right?
Absolutely.
Now, if a man's putting his hands on you, if he's holding you against your will,
allegedly,
at the Cash Money Dreams podcast, we don't support that.
Yeah.
I say do what you got to do.
Do what you got to do if that's happening. If that's happening, though.
Say that again. If it's happening. Now, are you
allegedly,
are you the type of female that's jealous of a man and say, you know what? F this guy. I don't care if he black or white. I'm gonna screw him because he screwed me over.
No, I've seen too many of like my personal friends get fucked over in those situations, and I think like for real victims, like you're not taken seriously because of false allegations like this.
Like the Amber Hearns.
Amber Heard.
Yeah, I didn't really follow that case too.
Well, she shitting on that man's bed.
allegedly.
No, she's shitting on that man's bed.
It's the Johnny Depp.
She shitted on that man's bed, cut his finger, and was using him. You know who Johnny Depp is.
Yeah, I just didn't follow the case.
Okay, well, she lost. And because she lied, and she got a whole bunch of women on the stand to lie for her. And listen, once again, this is not to knock women, but if you're going into a situation thinking you're going to win a case, evidence will prove, because you're in New York City. You cannot hide evidence. New York got cameras everywhere. Mm-hmm. Why are you women thinking you can lie about a man and his career was taken?
Yeah.
It's not fair.
No, it's not something to play
And when
with.
this case come out, he can say what he wants. It's going to prove that he's innocent.
Mm-hmm.
There's too much video on YouTube proving that this man is innocent.
Allegedly.
But I just think it's very serious to understand that you already know, being Caucasian, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or being what they consider white in America. I mean, this is a white country, even though we're a minority. You understand when it comes to calling a cop, if we're dating, it's more likely going to be a higher issue when the cops come. You know this, right?
Absolutely.
So a lot of women don't think this way. They think it's equal.
Well, I think too, just like I've been a victim of like assault. And I think for me,
I'm sorry to hear that.
Like you're taken less seriously because of false allegations. Like you're told like, oh, you wanted it. Like when it's like, no, like.
Wait, did they say you wanted it?
I'm just saying in general, like
okay.
A lot of people will be like, if you like are like, hey, like I had this horrible thing happen to me. People are like, oh, are you sure? Like you didn't want it? Did you even say no? Like,
oh, wow.
You know, so it's like false allegations, no matter like domestic violence, whatever. Because of the false allegations, like real victims are not taken seriously.
And that's all I'm saying. What about the victims?
It's like the boy who cried wolf, but they figure everybody's the same. Like, just because this person lied means this person lied before, even though this is their first time saying anything about it.
Can we agree that when women lie just for their own greed, they hurt and destroy a man's legacy? Some men can never, you get one sexual assault issue, some men don't have the recovery and the money to fix it.
No, absolutely.
So what do you think? This is a very important question because we got like a couple more minutes on this and then we out of here. What do you think should happen to a woman that lies on a man where he loses his whole career or he goes to jail and they find out it wasn't true? What should happen to that woman? You're a woman. You have to, I mean, what do you think should happen to women who lie on men and they lose everything and it comes out she lied?
I mean, they definitely would have to pay in some way. I'm not like, I can't like, I'm not a judge. I can't like sentence somebody like that. But
well, here, let me give you an example. If a man kills a woman brutally and they know it was him, what do you think should happen to him? You think he should get 1 year?
No.
You think he should get life? Should he be on the death penalty, the death row, whatever you want to call it? What do you think should happen to a man who takes a good, innocent life of a woman, a pure woman, a good woman, a friend, someone you can love, someone you can cherish, someone who looked out for you, cared for you, and this man took her from you? What do you think should happen to this man?
I mean, life minimum for sure.
So for me, I think he shouldn't live.
Mm-hmm.
Period. I think he should be taken off the earth just like what happened to her. But we live in rules and laws that can't happen. But
I just feel like it's also, if we want to get like philosophical, it's also that agreement of like, okay, like if we put them on death row, like does that make us any better than they were?
Yes. We send a message to people: if you touch children or if you kill someone, you're not going to live. Mm-hmm. And it's going to deter people from doing it.
Yeah. It
is important that society runs this way. But we're making everybody innocent. You up a score, you go to prison for life. No, you in 7 days. You make your peace with God, and I'll give you 3 choices. You could, or you could be. I think all these things should come back. And I think listen, you can say, I don't like, if a man touches a child, I have an issue with it.
Yeah, absolutely.
He shouldn't be on this earth, or a woman. Mm-hmm. If a man sit there and he multiple people, and we live in a society where you have to have order. If you don't have order, the world's messed up.
I agree.
But we also have to have order if a woman lies on a man and his whole career is wiped out. Do y'all not understand how much a man must provide? Y'all don't know what this man is providing. He's probably taking care of 50 to 100 people. His money stopped, they all go in poverty. Mm-hmm. So one allegation is dangerous to me because it seems like you don't want to say what should happen to a woman. I think
allegedly.
I think a woman should get minimal 10 years in prison.
There actually is a law that it is illegal to
well, wouldn't it come down to defamation?
Huh?
Wouldn't it come down to like defamation?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that too. Yeah. Well, he has to sue her for that,
but you gotta listen.
He has to sue her
defamation.
Later.
But the judge.
That's what Johnny Depp did.
But
he
yeah.
sued Amber Heard for that.
And guess what? She couldn't afford it.
And
she
he
broke.
won $10 million. But
when you're a woman like she is, she's a beautiful woman. She can go to Monaco and some dumb idiot will pay for her lifestyle. Mm-hmm. That's the benefit of being a woman. You think if I got $100 million and I get sued and I lose everything, you think another woman's gonna date me in my status? No, I lose everything. This is why Cardi B's looking at her husband and saying, yo, I'm moving up. You're staying here. Women understand this. Mm-hmm. A king will look at a peasant, but a queen will never look at a peasant. We have to understand this is how the world operates. This is why a man must have status. I'm looking at these cameras. You must have status to be in a position of power to tell a woman what to do. If you don't have status, if you're not in a position where you have ambition to be successful, you're going to fail as a man. I don't care if you're 20. I don't care if you're 30. I don't care if you're 40. I don't care if you're 50. Never stop having ambition. Never stop growing. Never stop doing what you need to do to be a man because women are watching. For every woman that leaves you, there's another woman that can replace her. But you got to make sure you find the right woman. And you cannot deal with women like her. I don't care if she's white, black, Mexican, Asian. You got to vet a woman before you date her. And he's an idiot. He's a great actor. He deserves everything he has as far as being successful, but he didn't vet this woman because he lied. Stop lying to these women. If you're a cheater, tell women, listen, I step out. She's going to make a choice to fuck with you or not. And trust me, when you got $100 million in the bank account, she's not leaving you. And if she does, the door shuts and another one open. That's just the reality of it. She's not meant for you. Stop trying to make women follow your lead that don't want to be there. Follow the women who chase you. I don't be in the clubs looking for women. They come up to me. And then I entertain them. That's how I operate. While I'm not chasing not one woman, I get DMs all the time, just like women do. I short through my DMs. If I see someone interested, I might step out with you. I might put you on a yacht. We might be in Miami. I love shopping. I might buy you something nice.
What's up, bitch?
But it comes down to the relationship of how I like you. I tell women all the time, I want to be in Portugal. I want to be in Dubai. I want to be in Cape Town. I want to be in Kenya. I want to build a house and have businesses all over. I truly believe a man can set up a woman, but a woman must know how a man operate. All I'm saying to you, because we got about 40 seconds on this, is that at the end of the day, when a man's in this position, he must understand that you must be honest to a woman for it to work.
Mm-hmm.
And this woman, like you said, some women see things, they go crazy. So do you feel like she could have handled this differently if she did explode on him, if she did put her hands on him?
Yeah, absolutely.
And guess what? Outside of this, ladies, listen. If she would have operated differently, listen to what I'm saying, she will still be with him. Do you understand?
Yeah.
If she would have just let this be, this is why you must choose how to fight your battles. She will still be with this successful man, and this shit will never happen. He'll be right now
Allegedly.
he'll be shooting his movies. But I don't attest to any victim. If you're a victim, you're a victim. Okay? And I don't support any man or anybody being a victim. But you can't put your hands on a man and expect nothing to happen. Do you agree with that?
I agree.
Do you think a woman should hit a man?
I don't think people should hit anybody.
Denied.
Nobody should touch anybody.
I agree.
So if a woman hits a woman, can a woman hit a woman back?
Yeah.
So if a woman hit a man, can a man hit a woman back?
Yeah.
Okay. And that ends our show. Listen, like and subscribe, follow us on every platform. Listen, we're going to bring you back on. This is a life coach. She's exploring. Make sure you guys follow her. Can you give them your information again real quick before the show ends?
Yeah. So it's motivationbymickey.com and then it's at motivationbymickey.
Listen, Cash Money Dreams podcast. We here. We ain't going nowhere. Make sure you guys go to the blog. We got an event every week. So like, subscribe, follow us on our platform. We out of here. Thank you. Hey, listen, thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me.
I appreciate you, and we're going to do this again, okay?
I love it.
All right, bye.
Thank you for watching the Cash Money Dreams podcast. Like and subscribe. Follow us on every platform. Stay tuned. Every week we drop in a new episode. It's your boy Cash, man.